Young World. So last night, by now, most people have seen the $1 million worth of game episode. I put a video up about Jay Prince. I only seen the ending at that point, saying how, bogus it was for him to say what he said about Offset. Offset responded. Then I had seen more of the interview just now. Not only was he out of pocket by saying what he said to Offset, he was on some dry snitching slash police informant slash bogus. It's real unfortunate to watch a whole person like Jay Prince with him and who we have held him up to be for all these years to just diminish and crumble right in front of your face. He broke so many so-called quote unquote street codes or street rules, whatever you jokers want to call it. He broke every one on $1 million worth of game last night. He's incriminating people, mentioning names, incriminating his son, talking about he passed the dude off a gun. Like, he just done so much, way too much on this interview. I don't know what in the hell made him think that this was going to be smart for him to go out and say any of this stuff that he went out there and said. You got to understand, I'm 41 years old. People like me grew up hearing of Jay Prince being this certain figure, you know what I'm saying, being held in this certain position, this certain entity in hip-hop who has been there for a long time, you know what I'm saying? Like, to see him take to just diminish and crumble in this fashion, it really is unfortunate. Because sometimes it takes for a person's glass to be shattered for you to start really seeing who they really are. He has, like I said on last night in the video I made, I think his real wake-up call came with the Honeycomb Brazy situation. He brought Honeycomb Brazy out. They was in the cars trying to do the whole look, the power look and all that type of stuff. So then when them dudes killed Honeycomb Brazy's grandparents after knowing he was down with Jay Prince, that should have made him right there fall back from everything he'd been doing. That should have been like his wake-up call to the new era, to the new world. Like, everything is not like it used to be back in the day. That's what I feel like. There was like a couple little skirmishes, people still dissing him, other people saying stuff to him that you didn't think would have got away with it because we thought he was such a big figure. But that in particular was the one that should have made him be like, you know what, let me just fall back, switch it up, and get out of, you know what I'm saying, get out of Dodge and cash in while I'm ahead, you know what I'm saying, hang up the boots while I did it. But he still want to keep pushing this narrative, and then his sons and them are out there doing it, you know what I'm saying? So this was extremely bogus, this interview. Like, he went out there and just diminished, just destroyed his, as far as I'm concerned, everything he was always about. Talking about Offset, talking about defending himself. So basically that alone is just putting them people on watch if something happens to you. Like, Offset's come, you know what I'm saying? So that's like dry snitching on Offset, talking about the Migo Benz dude with the shooting, talking about his son gave the dude the gun. This is an open case going on. It's just so many things that he just shouldn't have done that really have exposed him to be a cornball. And plus you see how we see him talking more now than we ever did. He was real cool when he was the silent type behind the scenes. Joker poke his head out every now and then, once every couple of years, to make a statement. We take it as law, you know what I'm saying? And he should have just kept doing that. Because if you notice, even with Jay-Z, he himself now is poking himself out. You see him at the Grammys all way more animated than we have seen Jay-Z be in the past 20 years. That means something is on his mind, because he's acting out of character. We don't see Jay-Z acting like that. That's how we know, whether it's this Uncle Ron stuff or there's some other stuff behind the scenes. They talking about he got a plane with drugs, all this stuff, where something is bothering Jay-Z, and we can see that by how he's acting out of character. We seen this Joker at the Grammys mingling like he's been there doing that type of stuff, knowing that for the past 20 years he's been too cool and too above everybody else to come down and mingle with the regular folk. Now all of a sudden he look like he's just comfortable mingling like it's something he always done. That's not what Jay-Z has always done. He's been this figure that's been too untouchable and too cool to reach for the past 20 years. So that's how you know something's going on with him. Like I said that to say, like with Jay Prince, he's out of character, doing stuff he normally hasn't been doing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he just became a whole bogus bogey. Like, she need to just shut up, go away, quit while he got whatever he got left, and just go away, because the more Jay Prince talks, literally makes him look worse and worse and worse in all kind of different ways. Like, literally, he needs to just fall back and just go away.